Hi, good evening, you guys. I'm back. I want to bring you guys a review of Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have finally gotten the fashions from She by Sheree, honey. Sheree is to the point where they have been hounding Miss Thing about these fashions, when she's gonna get this runway going, when she gonna get that show going. Basically, to the point where the ladies are front and center for Sheree's fashion show. Sheree is to the point that she has to really bring her A game because everybody has been, wanting to see She by Sheree for years. If you know the backstory of Real Housewives of Atlanta, she presented She by Sheree to us, and she was not able to deliver. She had the first fashion show known to man with no fashions. Dwight basically told her, honey, it was a tragedy to have a showcase with no fashions, honey. And in rare form, Dwight makes his appearance and Sheree delivers. She has a great little fashion show lineup. She has a lot of surprises in store. Apollo is one of her guest actual models. The ladies actually showed up and actually were able to support Sheree. Sheree actually was glad to be able to present the fashions. You could visibly tell she was nervous. Mr. Tyrone, which is, if you don't know Miss Tyrone, Tyrone is the guy that Sheree actually was dating at the time. Tyrone, he did everything but show up when it was time for Sheree to actually want him to show up. Now that she's at her moment in her spotlight, he wants to show up. Like she said, he is old news. She's not to the point where she wants to even deal with him. He basically tries to show up with flowers. He does the most trying to get Sheree's attention. I think just like Sheree said that he's basically trying to get camera time because when she went on the girls trip, she was trying to get him to come. He didn't want to come. So it's one of the things where Sheree basically trying to tell him in more words than one that she's moved on. Her son showed up, Cairo, and her actual daughter showed up as well. And also her mom was in attendance. The ladies were there to support, so that was a great thing. The runway was basically great. I like the fact that all this fashion, she basically had everybody uh, in the particular fashion that actually supported their actual, not only personality in my mind, but because of their actual body frame. She had some great male models. According to Kenya, she was to the point where she wanted to get one of the models' numbers, and I just thought that was so cute. He was nice. He was very easy on the eyes, considering that Miss Kenya is newly divorced, so she's putting a hook out there. She's trying to see what she can catch. The ladies acted as though they were actually ready to see the fashions. Even Candy said that she hopes that Sheree has a website because she's ready to order, and she saw some pieces that she really really wanted to buy, which is a good thing. I think Sheree was to the point where this is her baby, and she's glad that everybody actually enjoyed it. Also, went to the point where Marlo actually has a backstory with her and her mom. We finally got a chance to meet Miss Emma. She basically has to go into the story of how her and her mom basically stopped speaking in her mind. She said because her mom, is a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. Like Marlo said, she loves her mom. She basically wanted her mom to come out to Atlanta and live with her, considering that she is raising her nephews now. So she would like her mom to be a constant in their lives. She said she had bought a home for her mom to raise the boys in initially, but it was to the point where the mom was not ready to actually, do what she needed to do at the time. She was struggling with her addiction. So I think it's one of the things where her mom is ready to come to terms with their relationship, and most importantly, she is ready to, start over, which I think is a great thing because Marlo needs that in her life. She expressed it. She broke down. She said she did not like the fact that her and her mom were having issues, and which I think was a great thing that she actually was being vulnerable, and that's not something we actually see with Marlo because we consider her to be the party girl, the fashionista. She basically says that a lot of her fashion she got from her mom. So she's to the point where she basically took her mom to a boutique and she basically let her mom, buy whatever she wanted to buy. So in her mind, she said in the perfect world she wanted her mom to come and live with her, and they basically, could start over. I really like that for Kenya. Hopefully that could come true. She can get someone, to be not only a part of her life, but to help her with her nephews. But we are to the point where we move on with Miss Candy. Candy shows up with Todd. They're to the point they go and see her mom. Her mom, she just bought her mom a new house. So she's to the point where, she's trying to go over there and basically, spend a little time with her mom, which is great, considering that her and Todd are, you know, Todd don't and the mom really don't get along, but he's to the point where he's trying to support Kenny, which is a good thing. I personally enjoyed the actual fashion show. I thought it was everything. Everybody was anticipating. It was the excitement. They had the red carpet. They had everything. They just had all the bells and whistles. Dr. Jackie showed up. I mean, everybody was doing it. Sanya looked really great in her dress. I like that particular dress that she had on. I also like the dress that Kenya had on. She was looking like in my mind, looked like a walking Emmy. Kenya is known for her little fashion too. Now she'll, as she say, she'll twirl on you too, honey. But I like the fact that everybody had their own individual style when it came to the actual fashion show. So that was a good thing. And I also liked at the end when Sheree was letting everybody told them to get up on their catwalk and get a signature walk, and everybody did it. Sanya had her little walk, everybody did it, and I thought it was really, really great. That was a great touch. And also to the point where they get to the end where they basically, tell you what everybody is accomplished. And I like the fact that Sheree basically lets her know that she has a warehouse and that she's ready, has her website up and running, and she's ready to start selling. That's a good thing considering that, we've been waiting years for She by Sheree, and finally we got She by Sheree, and we finally got Fashion Honey. The white was in attendance. It looked like he was really, really happy considering that, now that she's launching She by Sheree to the world, everybody's able to see her fashions and most important to see her accomplishments. But she was really, really happy. She said that the ladies supported her on this thing. I pretty much think that's really what she needed because the first time when she did the actual fashion show, everything flopped. She didn't have no fashion. She had a lot going on. This particular time, she actually has a fashion show with fashions. So I am glad to know that Sheree has, reached her potential. Her dream is actually what, come to true, and she's got a fashion show and she's able to show everybody that she could accomplish something. Like she said, it was an uphill battle. It wasn't easy, but she accomplished it. So they have to give her kudos for that. I also went to the point where the ladies are basically, everybody's to the point where they're saying that they're really proud of Sheree. They're glad to see that she actually was able to pull this off. I think Sheree, most importantly, was really happy herself. You could tell she was really overjoyed to know that they were actually supporting her in her endeavor. And also, we're to the point where we're getting down to the wire of it. The ladies are to the point where they're about to have the reunion. And everybody know that when the reunion come around, that's when all the actual skeletons, as I say, come out the closet. Everybody do what they do. They say what they got to say. I personally look forward to the reunion. I like to see the ladies, everybody get together. They start really spilling the tea, and they actually are live and in color. But I'm glad to know that Sheree actually was able to do this. I actually like the pieces too. I especially like the actual jumpsuit outfit she had on. But the only thing was that she had the bottom part that were tailored, and you can tell the jacket was tailored as well. But the models that she had were great. Everybody what they had on was actually tailored to their body type. That's kind of what I like. I saw about and what I like. But her actual, line is here, and she's letting you know that you start buying She by Sheree because it's here. But I really like that scene with Marlo because at the end of the day, Marlo is being transparent and letting you know that she did have an issue. Also, Marlo went over to Sanya's house and they basically had a little conversation. And basically, Sanya was trying to extend the olive branch, letting Marlo that she would use her husband to actually be a male figure in their lives. She also had the jumpsuits in tow for them to wear because they basically were having a little father son type moment with the boy, considering they didn't have a father figure, so they were actually helping Sanya's husband change her tire. I thought that was a great gesture for him to do that, to step up and be a role model for the kids because at their age that's what they need. They need somebody that's willing to be a role model to step up, and show them the ropes and be there for them. And I think Marlo, like she said, she was glad to know that Sanya was willing to do that for her. And like she said, she really appreciated that because that's a big, step with her considering that she is taking on the role of raising her nephews by herself. So to know that she had a village, she felt like that was a great gesture, and I think so as well. Saying is letting her know that she has her back. Sanya's also to the point where she's trying to have a child herself. She's letting Kenya know that she has taken the IUD, and her husband are actively trying to have a child. Uh, well, basically jokes and tells her that she wants her to have a girl because she got a lot of Chanel fashion that she need to pass down. And I was like, yeah, she got Marlo to actually buy things for the kids, and baby, that baby is gonna be a true fascination. Because at the end of the day, that's Marlo is known for her fashions if she ain't known for nothing else. But I think it shows a soft side of Marlo, the fact that she's actually nurturing and being a mother type to her actual nephews. Because if anybody know Marlo doesn't have any kids. So that was, a big step for her to do that. But I think if anything, she knew something that had to be done. So she's gonna, take that role seriously. Now, I was to the point where I was able to watch some of the old episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta because they were showing, took us back down memory lane, back when we had Phaedra and all the rest of them. Like I said, the good old days, but I kind of miss Nene and I miss Phaedra and all them being actually in there. But we got a new group of girls, so they trying to bring their A game and basically let us what it is. And we also to the point where we learned that Drew and her husband, they basically have gotten their book up and running. They ready, actually it's in production. In other words, it's ready to buy. It was basically a fitness book that they decided that they wanted to do, and he was to the point where he wanted to get put out a fitness book. So uh, that's a great thing. Drew is still, in recovery. As I say, she's trying to get her foot to heal, but she still came out to support She by Sheree, and she also did a little run on the catwalk as well. I like what Marlo had on. Marlo always stand out. She had a little Catwoman suit on, as I said. I think it was like the cheetah type cat suit, and I thought it was really, really cute. And she had her hair, like in a long ponytail, and it was really, really cute. But I always say, can't nobody really put them ponytails off, but Cynthia. But everybody knows Cynthia is no longer on the show, so I just had to make that reference in there. But I really and truly enjoyed the Runway show. I told you I said in the video, excuse me, Sheree basically brought it this time. She was to the point where she felt like that she wasn't gonna let these women have the opportunity to say things about her that wasn't true, and she was gonna bring it. And she brought her A game, and I thought that was really, really cute. Now, Candy and Todd is to the point where Todd is still in production. His actual show has actually been picked up. So considering they do have two little kids now, so and Riley is in college, so they pretty much not saying they can move around or do it however, but I guess they're to the point where they can kind of maneuver and do whatever they want to do. But I'm waiting for the reunion to see what Todd and actually Marlo gonna have to say about it because they were basically at odds. He basically didn't like the fact that Marlo was coming him sideways and thirsty. And he's like, you gotta remember, I started out in production on this show, so I pretty much know the story when it comes to you. Marlo's ain't finna let you throw no shade, and she not finna say nothing. So I thought it was kind of odd and funny at the same time that Marlo and Todd, of all people, was at odds. But I guess one of the things was Todd wasn't finna back down. He wasn't finna let Marlo talk crazy and sideways to him. Because at the end of the day, Candy, she team Todd. She ain't finna let you talk trash about Todd. Which, you gotta understand, that's her husband. She's supposed to stick beside him. But I thought it was cute or whatever. But I just had to throw that part in there. But I just want to give you guys a actual snippet of the show, let you guys know basically what's going on and what's going on with the show. This particular episode is the actual last episode, considering that we are to the point where we are getting ready for the actual reunion, which I'm excited about. And you guys stick around. I will be giving you guys a review of the reunion. If you guys are to the point you enjoy the video, give me a thumbs up. And most importantly, if you're new here, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.